Hello, and welcome to the channel Easy English Daily, learning podcast and real conversation.
Hello everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of My American Diary. I am Johnny and I am so happy to share my story with you today. As you know, I am a student. Only 1 week ago, I left my home country and flew across the world to America. Everything is new, everything is different, the air smells different, the streets are very wide, and the people speak very fast. Today, I want to tell you about my first big adventure. It was not a trip to the Statue of Liberty. It was not a visit to the Grand Canyon. It was my first time going to an American supermarket. You might think, a supermarket? That is not exciting, but trust me, for a new student in America, a supermarket is like a different planet. It is a place of wonder, a place of confusion, and a place where I learned many new things. So, sit back, relax, and imagine you are walking with me. We are standing in front of a giant building with bright red letters. The sign says Target, or maybe it says Walmart. It is so big that I cannot see the end of it. Are you ready? Let's go inside. The first thing I noticed when I walked through the sliding doors was the size. In my country, supermarkets are small and cozy. You can walk from one side to the other in 2 minutes. But here? Oh my God, it is like a football stadium. I grabbed a shopping cart. But wait, even the cart was different. It was giant. I felt like a small child pushing a car. I started walking down the first aisle. In America, they call the rows aisles. Repeat after me, aisle, A-I-S-L-E. I went to the drink section. I wanted to buy some milk. I looked at the bottles and I stopped. I rubbed my eyes. Is that milk? I asked myself. The bottles were not liters, they were gallons. 1 gallon of milk is almost 4 liters. It is so heavy. I thought, do American families drink all of this in 1 day? And then I saw the cereal. Oh, the cereal. There were hundreds of boxes. Blue boxes, red boxes, yellow boxes. Some had chocolate, some had fruit, some had tiny marshmallows. I stood there for 10 minutes just looking. I felt like I was in a museum of sugar. In America, everything is jumbo size or family size. A bag of potato chips is the size of my pillow. I realized something that day. America is the land of big. Big cars, big roads, and definitely big snacks. After looking at the giant milk, I decided to buy some simple things. I needed eggs, bread, and some apples. I found the apples. They were beautiful, shiny, and perfect. I looked at the price tag. It said $1.99. I thought, wow, that is very cheap for a bag of apples. I put the bag in my cart and I felt very happy. I was being a good, smart student. I was saving money. But then I looked closer at the small letters on the tag. It said $1.99 per LB. I stopped. What is a LB? I wondered. I asked a man walking by. He was very kind. He said, oh, that stands for pound. Now I was confused. In my country, we use kilograms. I had to take out my phone and use a calculator. I realized that a pound is much smaller than a kilogram. So my apples were not as cheap as I thought. This is a big lesson for every student. In America, you must learn a new language of measurement. Pounds, ounces, gallons, and inches. It is like a math class every time you go shopping. Repeat after me. How much does this weigh? That is a very important question to ask. I continued walking. I saw a small cafe inside the supermarket. I was hungry, so I bought a muffin. The price on the menu was $3. I took out exactly $3, but when the cashier scanned the muffin, she said, that will be $3.25, please. I was shocked. I looked at the screen. I looked at my money. I asked, "But the sign says $3. Why is it more?" The cashier smiled and said, "Oh, honey, that is the sales tax." This was my first culture shock. In many countries, the price on the tag is the final price, but in America, the tax is added at the end. You never know exactly how much you will pay until you're at the register. I felt a little bit embarrassed. I had to look for 25 cents in my pocket. I learned that day, always carry extra coins because the price you see is not the price you pay. And then there was the question of tipping. In the cafe, there was a small jar that said tips. I wondered, do I have to give extra money for a muffin? I saw the person in front of me put $1 in the jar. I realized that in America, kindness and service are very important. People tip at restaurants, cafes, and sometimes even for a haircut. It was a lot to learn for one day. By now, my giant cart was full. I had my giant milk, my per-pound apples, and my tax-added muffin. I was walking to the checkout when I suddenly felt lost. The supermarket was so big I couldn't find the exit. I was standing near the frozen pizza section looking around. An old lady saw me. She had white hair and a very warm smile. She asked, "Are you okay, dear? You look a bit lost." I was nervous to speak English, but I tried my best. I said, "Yes, I am a new student. This place is very big." She laughed softly. "I know," she said. "I have lived here for 50 nam and I still get lost sometimes. What are you looking for?" I told her I was looking for the exit. She didn't just tell me where to go. Chie walked with me. We talked for 5 minutes. She asked me where I was from, what I was studying, and if I liked the food in America. Chie told me that her grandson was also a student. When we reached the checkout, she said, "Good luck with your studies. Welcome to America." That moment changed my mood. I was tired and confused, but that lady's kindness made me feel at home. I realized that even if the buildings are giant and the math is hard, the people can be very warm. Repeat after me. People are kind. It is a good thing to remember. Finally, I paid for my groceries. I walked out of the store. It was sunset. The sky was a beautiful orange color. I looked at my heavy bags. I had survived. My first trip to an American supermarket taught me 3 things. Everything is bigger than you think. Math is important, especially for tax and pounds. Don't be afraid to ask for help. When I got back to my small room, I sat down and ate one of my shiny apples. It tasted wonderful. It tasted like success. If you are a student or if you're planning to travel, don't be afraid of the giant things. They are just new adventures waiting for you. Every mistake is a story, and every story helps you speak better English. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. I hope you enjoyed our supermarket adventure. Next time, I will tell you about my first day at an American university. It involves a very large map and a very confusing hallway. But for now, take a deep breath. You are doing a great job learning English. Be proud of yourself. I am your host, and this is My American Diary. Have a wonderful day and see you next time. Goodbye.